So we have Bogged Down, give the info to Calandra or Felimo. Right, we would have just collected from Hebel the information that we need. Alright, let's have a look at the coins. Chaos coin. Draw a card, discard a card on the tails. Yeah, it's that. It's definitely that, right? What I missed last we were here on day 2. We are here now on day 3. Unless you're talking about the Sal deck, in which case the Sal deck ended and this is now a Rook deck. The general idea of the deck is this is more about like just discarding a bunch of stuff and getting a bunch of cards in hand and then discarding them. And it deals its damage using the Negotiation Graft's Stinger. Whenever you discard a card, deal 2 damage to a random enemy argument, because it can just discard so many cards that it can actually just kill the enemies with that. Not from yesterday? Yeah, no. Literally, there's just been we slept, and now it's day 3. How many people hate you now, Mr. Baroom Homicide? Let's have a look. Only one person hates me. Doing pretty well. This specific run feels very interesting for the amount of impact you can get out of 400 or so gold. Yeah, it was night and day before we got that that graft right there. Insanity. It's definitely Chaos Coin here, right? It's extremely Chaos Coin. Got a lot of provokes then. Yeah, the last stream was only 2 days. So that's 4 hours split across 2 days of Rook's play. And a lot of that was because I had so many extra fights that I got from all of the killing that I'd done and the people that hated me, that I had more fights to do. And then every one of those branched out into more and more fights. And eventually there'll be no one except me left in the Griftlands. I picked nothing. I think we find it is it's good to be able to just draw. Is it in the negotiation deck? It's just I think I very rarely put myself on heads. Like, I have... This is already now on tails as well, so we very rarely are going to use this to set to heads. Fill your hand to dump it with discard. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, even if that's my goal, I only end up replacing the card that I play when I'm using them to set to heads, right? I use Decisive Call It, they set to heads, they replace themselves out of my hand. So I'm not actually using that as a draw factory, right? Those cards are equally as valuable just in my hand and being discarded by something else. But this gives me the ability to, at the same time, trigger a draw and discard so that I can try and hit... so that I can deal damage at the same time as trying to hit my other important cards like Enduring Discard. I think it is this, definitely. It makes Decisive Call It card negative? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Right. It's just I feel like at the moment I'm already setting to tails a lot of the time, so instead I'll also get to draw a card, so it's a benefit in that way. Alright. Give the info to Calandra or Felimo. Right, we give it to Felimo, obviously. Okay. Press Felimo for details on the plan. Ask about the boggers, and then get work. Alright, we've got the crime scene. Investigate the crime scene for the barons. This is just like 2 negotiations or 3 negotiations. And then there's best defense, which is more money. Rescue a baron from a rise trial. Oh, sorry, I did miss that. You're right. Typomatic, thank you very much for the T1 subscription on Twitch. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Sorry about that. Getting used to being a streamer live today. Alright, crime scene or best defense. Honestly, this gives me the opportunity to kill a bunch of the Rise if I rescue them from the Rise trial. Do the Rise already hate me, like, across the board? No, it's all the workers. No, wait, some of the Rise. So all the Spark Barons and all of the civilians and some of the Rise hate me. Ooh, actually... Some of the Rise likes me. None of the Rise love me. I think I'll do crime scene, just so that I don't step on... No, wait, hang on! We're playing as a, like, ultra-corporatist right now, right? Yeah, no, let's go to the Rise trial and quell the dissent. In front Dravet. I think Draybit already hates me. Or dislikes me? Yeah, dislikes me. Free yourself, Labourer. The bog is not something to be feared, but embraced. Ah, shut up, will ya? Hey, Grifter, why don't you do something useful and send this lunatic packing? Have Orig listen to Felina? Scare away Felina. Yeah, have Orig listen to Felina. Go for it. Have you removed cards yet today? No, I haven't. I literally just began the day, but you're right. I should definitely remove a couple of these. I've definitely, you're right, 100% Type-O-Matic. I've got to preach the bog to him. Just kick it there. This also gets my boosted rolls to draw for me half the time as well. I have nothing I need to discard, so get that. Choose up to 2 cards to discard. Oh, sweet. Get rid of those 2. Oh, stop gambling! Please. I don't need any more. Okay. Draw 2 cards, definitely. And then there's the Enduring Disregard. So, this is what this deck does. Worked out pretty well. Okay, let's set to Snails. Discarding the boosted kicker. Oh, and that immediately set me back, so now I can't use the twisted. Oh, rude. Alright. Well, I am just going to want to naturally defend here then. And next turn, I'll draw the discard card again. We also haven't even gotten the... What is it? The Stinger upgraded. In fact, it'll upgrade after this fight. It'll probably go to 3 damage to an enemy argument every time. Let's go Tails to the draw and discard. There we go. Discard the Visionary Snail. Maybe I War Story and maybe boostless. I was gonna boosted recordless insults after that, but evidently no. Fine. Just naturally defend, and I will throw out an Assertive Grumble, I guess. Just in case I end up having to kill the Irritable in time. Don't you know, War Story only gives influence? Yeah, exactly, it's weird. It's bugged like that. I'm not going to submit a bug report about it, but yeah, it's definitely bugged. Alright, Stinger gets upgraded for 3 damage to a random argument, as we expected. Volga gets upgraded, and we only want it... Gamble an extra time? No, we want the extra draw. We're just trying to get down specifically to the Enduring Disregard. So ideally, I want to actually get another copy of Enduring Disregard in this deck. Will we get another Bog Secret from this, do you think? Oh, maybe. And it's day 3. We would have time to use it as well. No, is the answer. Fair enough. Thought that was going to happen, but no. Alright, Draybit. What do you know about Sentru? Convince Draybit that Sentru needs a fair trial. Okay, so I've got an intimidation effect, or I can convince that they need a fair trial. Both of these have the same resolve, but one of them intimidates. Hey, how's it going, Soren Fate? Thank you for tuning in. I mean, hang on. Don't I just beat him up? Go and force the law yourself. Where is that trial? So intimidate or beat up? Yeah, you're right. I should probably intimidate first. Beat up but don't kill? No, I need the information from him, so I definitely wasn't going to kill there. Okay. I don't really care about the intimidates. Just a bluff. We're going to have to use Decisive Call It for a couple of tails here to try and find something worthwhile. Vulgar is useful. We'll use that first. Promoted Trickery could also pull out a draw for us. And it does, in fact. Beautiful. I'm going to decisively call it before I use the Visionary Vulgar here. Okay, where are you? Enduring Disregard is still in the deck. Yes, I can still draw it. There we go. Woo. And then get it. That was turn 1. What was their turn? What was that turn? That was turn 1. Don't need any of this. Absolutely ridiculous deck. Especially considering beforehand it was like 30 minutes per negotiation so that we could just whittle them down while we had the kind of like value cycle going on. Black market to remove cards? Ah, yes, you're right. Should do that. I can probably afford the removal of one of them right now because I am still going to be holding 300 at all times for the possible stuff. But yeah, definitely fight my way inside, 100%. I like Gap here. Let me throw those two. Right, those two. Accelerant, Stonecrack. Okay, boosted Lucky Shot definitely wants to go out. We're gonna start taking out the Cobble Dog. Has to happen. Guess I'll Stone Crank and then boosted defense. Oh, hang on. Promoted Suppressing Fire will do. Thank you. Alright, we've got a debuff on us now. Cobblebot will attack us exclusively. Oh, damn! I didn't even think about this at the time that we picked up the Giant Stinger, but it's piercing. It'll deal double damage to bots. That's still probably not the right turn this, or rather move this turn though. Because it'll prevent me from taking out the Cobble Dog, unless I target the Cobble Dog with it. Branch, then Stinger. Branch, then... Oh, Branch is in gain 3 power this turn and then Sting. I mean, its range would be 24 to 34. It is 6 damage on the Stinger, but I'm thinking I want to take out the Cobble Dog this turn, prevent the 3 damage it's about to deal. Okay, took you out. And then I've got a Pale Kick for the Cobblebot as well. I'd like to report a bug. You can't spare the Botweiler. It's really unfortunate. I can't even spare the robot. That was supposed to be Robert, but I accidentally played with the word in such a way that I turned it back into the original word. Whoops. Spend a charge. I guess I'm gonna Scorch you. Not that I really need to. Nail Kick and Shovel. Sure. Oh, this one sucks. Okay, the next attack on this fighter does double damage and removes 1 weak point. So we have to try and finish this fight as quickly as possible here. Let's put Scanned on a random enemy. Not the random enemy I wanted to hit there, but that's okay. Oh, I like that I've actually got the Puncture Ally on my side this time. Finally. Definitely Visionary Gunsmoke. Rusty Power Core here, probably, actually. That's literally just, like, lethal immediately under that. Alright, should I start burning? No, I'll Giant Sting. Way more damage. Yeah, this deck still needs work. It's not killing everything instantly. I do kind of want to get rid of the Lucid Hunker Down though. Was Doom not a consideration there? Bog Doom? I wasn't doing it because I don't really care about making the enemy panic, but I guess it does just get us fast and lethal anyway. Yeah, it should have been. Probably should have been. That'll do. None of you live. Nothing but corpses. I've come here to free my friend. Opponent gains 5 Indoctrination. Replenish, destroy up to 1 use. So Indoctrination is when dismissed, gain 1 dominance per stack at the end of each turn. Gain 1 influence and reduce this argument by 1. Not useful for me. Overloaded Core. Stun all enemies with metallic. Piercing, destroy after 1 use. That's appealing. Rejig here is the best, though. We're going to be able to use this to fish for the cards that we need in the start of that combat. Your hand is often full, so replenish cards are bad in your negotiation deck. Ooh. Yeah, because it'll deny me the next draw. I wasn't going to take the Rise Manifesto anyway, but that's a good point made for why I shouldn't do it. I wasn't going to take it because it wasn't going to provide me a benefit at all. Not the kind of deck I'm running. Do I need another Accelerant? Deal bonus damage equal to the most expensive card. No. Maybe I do want some more Accelerant in here. So the end of the run is going to be against, like, a lot of bog enemies. That's just a group of all human enemies. You're short on actions, though I wish you could get combat actions more. Yeah. I definitely am having difficulty with the combat actions amount. I'm gonna take it. I may end up regretting that. I'm also gonna take the Overload Core though. Alright, I'm a known thug. And it's time to take on the whole Rise. Accelerant has a target all option. It does? Oh, right. I mean, I am gonna be in AoE fights at the end, so maybe I actually do put some target all on it. Accelerant is nice, but the deck does feel like a lot of setup. Agreed. Agreed. Go with the suppressing fire and boosted lucky shot on Pamphleteer here. I probably should have done the boosted lucky shot first, just because that was gonna draw us 2 cards by running out of our charge. Hey, Overloaded Core, exactly the turn I'm gonna want it on. Beautiful. Alright, I'm also gonna Bog Doom the Pamphleteer, basically just giving us a bunch of extra damage on them. Hey Raps, what did I miss? Not really much. We are just starting to work for Fellow Mode for today, and we are trying to rescue a member of the Spark Barons from a Rise trial. For some reason, I thought that was going to cost 1 energy, which is... Oh my god. Oh my god. I should have obviously targeted Bytecode there. I thought that was going to cost 1 energy and then I was going to Suppressive Fire. I don't know why I thought that. It's only murdered 1 person, so you're still early. 100% silly. You've got time to watch me murder everyone else. Alright, time to get the Lucid Hunker out of the deck. Huh. I didn't think Burn would work on bots. I guess I had no good reason to think that, though. Okay, Weak Point got applied to me halfway through that turn and then taken advantage of by Wipe. Ooh, that's dangerous. to do it, right? No survivors. If there are no witnesses, no one can be mad at me later. I'm certain. Right? Weak point plus any regular attack is why Rook runs can be random. That can happen on turn 2. Yeah. It's part of the lack. No, wait. It's part of the lack of the perfect information in the intent system that I was noticing and mentioning a couple times over the course of the series. I do hope that that's something that they work on, because it'd be nice if you could just go, okay, that's what's going to happen based on what's happening above their heads, rather than, okay, is any of these going to modify the chain of events? I need to manually inspect every single action that every single character is going to make in this round. Because that kind of invalidates the reason for having an intent system if you have to do that anyway. No, we don't use any of those. Another overloaded core. I will be fighting more Rise later on, and they do have a lot of cobble bots. Now, what's the point of intense if they're not respected unless you're going for a Shadowrun vibe? No, you know you're going to get the weak point beforehand. You definitely know, you do know the order of the things, like it does show you that in the intent system, but it doesn't show what effect each of those may have on the later things. And in particular, if you want to keep the whole, like, you don't know what status debuff is going to be applied, then I would recommend doing the STS thing, which is only things that attack at the very end of the turn can apply a status effect to you. So otherwise, you end up in situations like that. Hello, what deck is Raps running today? The negotiation deck is basically just discard as many cards as I can, deal 3 damage for every card I discard from a graph that I have. And then the battle deck is garbage. The battle deck is supposed to be having very many empty cells and benefiting from those, as well as a burn deck. At the moment, it does neither. Approximately neither. Excuse me? This is a laborer, right? This is a worker? I'm not defending Herbler. Let Sentry attack Herbler. Sure, of course. And what is the aggressiveness meter showing? How many kills does Rook confirm? Rook has 300 confirmed kills. Herbler will love you if you defend her. Yeah, no, definitely. But that's a worker. And this is a foreman. And I am Rook, corporatist. Herbler hates me. Opponent starts with an additional argument each negotiation. Nice. That was done less for the gameplay benefit and more for the consistency of the character. Right, now Sentry loves me. Add a random authority card to my draw pile at the start of each turn. I actually really don't like that reward at all. At the start of battle, apply 4 Ricochet to a random target. Ricochet, whenever this target takes damage from a card, deal that much damage to a random enemy and reduce Ricochet by 1. I mean, that plus some of the boosted lucky shots are pretty good. Could be a lot worse. Wait, is this a gunsmith? No. So I can get healed by Delana for 20 HP, but I'm only missing 8. Or I can go for enemy exposed. Herbler is secretly meeting with a contact. You have a chance to eliminate them before the meeting. Can you clear the city by killing everyone? Oh, I'm definitely trying. Do you know if Ricochet can hit the same target it ricocheted from? I don't believe so. Otherwise, it would just be double damage in single target fights, and I imagine it would not be something you can get 4 stacks of on a relic, if that were the case. Jayako, thank you very much for the conversion from a Twitch Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Or rather, welcome back to the Republic. It's the worker? Oh, 100%. Wait, I've never waited and gathered intel here. I do kind of want to see what they do. Because Ricochet says random enemy, not another random enemy. Yeah. Alright, let's wait and gather some intel. Did anyone see you? Of course not. I'm careful. You listen as Erbler and Thrash discuss the details of an upcoming weapon sale. At one point, you see Thrash handing Erbler a personal combat drone. After they're done, Thrash leads first, then Erbler takes off in the other direction. Attack him. So now they have a combat drone. So I just waited to give them a combat drone, I guess? It's fine. Choose up to 4 cards to discard. Let's get rid of that. Free drone? I don't want a drone. Alright, let's start with the Vision of Gunsmoke. Gave you an axe. Oh, I did have one more. Sorry. Just assumed I had as few actions as I had before. Scan to a random enemy. Not the enemy I wanted to hit, but it's okay, I guess. Oh, so the ricochet hit triggering it. Well, I guess the ricochet is not me attacking that target, so that does make sense that that didn't work like that. Stone Crank as well. Defend to my best ability. You need to tune into you're in a noob and stop remembering how much energy you have and just play the green cards. You're right. I'll get on it. This card is green. That's what you meant, right? Probably bogged down, I guess, here. Actually, no. Boosted Lucky Shot full defends me anyway. I can bog down a later turn. Let's use this turn for experience on our cards. Accelerant and Suppressing Fire. I'll look for the ammo pouch to see if I get draw. We don't, but we do get the kill. What are your parasites by now? That's a good question. We have Branch. Gain 3 power this turn, take 8 damage. And the other one is Stutter. Play your next card twice, gain 2 vulnerability and lose 4 resolve. I'm actually kind of fine with both of them. Worker's Gloves. Your next attack deals double damage. Destroy out to 1 use. Sure. And then we'll take the Suppressing Fire for more defense, because defense is the thing we're really lacking in that deck. No thank you. We didn't really get much from that. Just got to kill one of the targets that hated me. I guess that's still good, though. Hunt workers for gloves, because if you buy gloves, they're not workers' gloves. Yeah, exactly. They're my gloves. But you have to touch filthy workers' gloves. Oh. These have probably been used for manual labor. Whenever you gamble, apply 1 composure to a random friendly target. Cranial Patch. Whenever you gamble to get heads, draw a card. Reflex a heads, bring 2 heads. What about the combat graphs? Forecaster, if at the end of your turn, gain 4 defense if you have any concentration. No. While you have no charge, all of your attacks deal 2 bonus damage. That one? I do run out of charge with this deck a lot. Time to start running on fumes. I also want to get some more negotiations. No, another Battlegraph slot. I can afford it right now, both in terms of HP and shills still floating. Jarko, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Run on fumes. It's what we're gonna have to do. Remove a battle card or a negotiation card. There are a lot of battle cards here that we don't want. The Mirrored Blast is actually pretty good with the thing that we just picked up. Kill the Parasite. Get Branch out of the deck. Really? Lose 10 max HP. Okay. No. No, my character is kind of like a bogger. They're a bogger of a kind. I don't want to remove that. I'm gonna remove Fiery Blast. It's like an enhanced burner, but worse. Never get more than 2 negotiation graphs. Talking is for the weak. Exactly. Why talk with your mouth when you can talk with your fists instead? Or pistols, as the case may be. You see something in the mud. Whenever I draw a card, apply 1 composure to a random argument. Negotiation graft. Huh. It glistens with fluids from the bog. Your attempts to wipe it clean only succeed in getting your hands dirty. Shove it in your head or drop it, something before you catch something from it. Excuse me? I'm the bog man? I am the bog champ? What happened? Oh god, I got another... Is that a twig? It is a twig, isn't it? Yeah, that's the second parasite for me. Hell yeah. That's gonna suck. Alright. Tell Kalandra. So I don't know what the choice really is here. Like telling Kalandra about the cache or keeping the cache a secret. Now dupe it. I'll make sure to play it with Unstable. Tell her about it. Tell her all the things you feel. Alright. There's cache. Belmo has a lead on cache and bog weapons. You're joking. Finding a payload like that is something every Rise dreams of. We could become the Barons ourselves. Only one person ever found a cache that big. You mean cache? Do I take it? I suppose everyone's heard of it now. Okay. So we've got trade secrets and we've got mole fixer. Delano is a mole working for the Spark Barons and feeding critical information to the Rise. Kalandra relies on that information to direct operations, but lately Delano has stopped talking. Talk to Delano and figure out how to turn the tap back on. Hey, Raps, just wanted to say thanks for the entertainment, but I've been awake for too long and my head wants to thinkant. Enjoy your thinkant. Sleep well, Digby. Can you sabotage the mole fixer quest? That's the one I think I'm probably going to take for exactly that reason. Steal secret research data from the Barons and sell it to the highest bidder to raise funds for the Rise. Yeah, I think I'm going to take mole fixer and see if there is a way that I can, like, fail this intentionally for the other side. Alright, Kilka. Garbage again. Fair enough. Kill them all in private? I may well do. Demand payment for my services. I mean, I'll demand payment for my services and then that should still continue, right? Because I haven't even agreed to deal with Frash. Proper Channels is just another card that I don't even want to draw here. Choose up to 2 cards to discard. It's completely fine because they get replaced. Alright. Gosh, we get a lot of composure out of that as well. Oh, there we go. That's the enduring disregard. We have to pop it, right? I'm gonna promote a trickery just seeing if we get draw. We do get a little bit of draw, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna play out dangerous, get it out of the deck, destroy the card. Hard snails deck. It's kind of like hard snails just because the snails allow us to discard. It has no other like special affinity with snails. 1 off getting the kill this turn, and we have 29 composure. You just need the deal your composure to enemy card. I think that's only in Sal's campaign. I might be wrong about that one. Morning, Emialis. How's it going? This deck's pretty wild. I love that it keeps resolving things after the fight. You haven't unlocked Rooks yet? Oh, Rook has like a copy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. There are like copies of them between 2 different decks, I guess. Okay, slurred speeches give us, they cost 1 less and they restore 3 resolve. So we can afford to drink as much as we feel like we need to. Drinking, of course, is the primary way that you restore your resolve in this game. And I'm just waiting to take some resolve damage before I go for it. We can replace that at any time. So it's effectively an empty graph slot for us. Bottoms now. Draws cards when I discard, gets me to my next cards. Definitely worthwhile. And then I'll agree to deal with Rash. Sorry about that. Alright, Mole Fixer. If I do it in public, the mission is just harder, right? I think I actually have to betray Frash. Also, I could kill them. They don't like me because I committed violence in their place of business. I'm happy to kill them. Come along, let's discuss this in private. We'll end up discarding the other. Wait, we can discard both of those immediately. Oh. Perfect. Get rid of. Let's maintain Brute. No reason to keep it. I think I have. Yeah, I have the space to draw 2 with that. Okay. Looking for draw and discard here, I guess. In fact, we found exactly that. My hand is full right now, though, so I will need to play another card out first. Sure, let's get a permit out. And there's the Enduring Disregard. That's all I needed. Goodbye. Don't need any of that. Literally, like, the only card I really want in the negotiation deck at this point is... where are you? Enduring Disregard. Has no one pointed out that according to the coins, there are no such things as tails in this universe? I think it's more of like a, oh, what's a fun little twist on the thing that is familiar to you that we can do? I haven't seen any sentient races with tails, but there have definitely been, like, the urchins have tails, the fleeds don't have tails, the Grorkets, I think, have tails, the Yotes have, like, a tiny tail. Was that a turn 1 win? That's a good deck? Yeah, it was. And yes, it is. I mean, attack Frash, right? Or let Frash go. Because if I let Frash go, they might actually expose Delondo for us. Get out of here, you scamp. When I sleep, I get 2 experience on a random card as well. Yay. You start formulating a plan to convince Delondo you actually did your job. All right. What about we don't convince them and then kill them? First time seeing Rook's campaign. Does he have a whole new map and everything? Yeah, whole new map, whole new quest line. Like, everything is hugely different between the characters. It's lovely. Just 2 cards to discard. Both those out of here. Difficult, and then I play that and I win. Oh, that was a rough fight. Barely got through it. How many people has Raps killed so far? Yeah, I've killed a ridiculous amount of people in this campaign so far. Made friends, not murder. I did make some friends. 3 people love me, 5 people like me, 9 people dislike me, and 1 person's about to die. Don't need any of those. Alright, Calandra. What do you think about the job I did? Or didn't do? Or said that I did? When installed, upgrade 3 random negotiation. At the start of turn, gamble? I mean, snails are better for me right now, and they will ultimately be a bit better for me the entire time, right? I can replace the fancy handgunner. I don't start many turns is the reason that kickoff doesn't make much sense. It'll only trigger for me once per battle. Count your winnings. A mysterious gambler has been seen playing his trade in the bog, or Delina can heal me for 20. I will actually get all the health that Delina is offering right there. The thing is, this gambling event, like, the best thing you can get out of it is Krog's coin, right? And Krog's coin is the 90% heads, 10% tails, but it doesn't have an effect. It's just weighted. Yeah, heal me. If nothing else, this heal is going to... Ooh. No, I can't kill a rogue. If nothing else, this heal could set us up for possibly buying more graphs at the end of today. More graph slots, rather. Thanks, Delina. Go back to the black market and remove a negotiation card. These known thugs actually are dealing some damage for us, so I gotta get rid of those. But like boosted reckless insults, completely garbage for me. The assertive grumble, garbage. Maintain brute, garbage. Let's get boosted reckless insults out of here. It's the least meaningful for us. Rook is like that barbarian that's proficient in stealth by using intimidate to yell at people and says he's invisible. Yeah. He's more soldier than spy. Neither Tinker nor Taylor in this run, though. Knots event is good because you get to bet 20 shills discount for only 50 shills up front. Krog's event is good because you get to bet 20 shills discounts for only 50 shills up front. Oh, right, you make him greatly improve, you get his social boon. Right, sorry, yes, I had difficulty passing that sentence, that's my bad. Dominance on Rook never seems to work. Yeah, I don't seem to have the amount of dominance gain that would really support it. Maybe I'll start getting it in some of the later packs for Rook, but you know, I can't really figure that out so far. Let's get the negotiation slot. And another one. Another one. Oh, fine. Don't need any of the rest of that.